a quiet in this house that never fades. Your coffee cup still waits beside my plate. I keep your coat hung by the door, as if you might come back once more. The wind still moves your rocking chair. It creaks like you were sitting there. I set 2 plates but eat alone. Your absence cuts straight through my bones. The world keeps turning cold and slow, but days mean nothing when you go. Love isn't lost in sudden death. It lingers like a final breath. I walk the fields where we once dreamed, and now every memory feels like grief. Your laughter haunts the amber sky. It lives in winds that pass me by. I talk to you though you're not near. Your voice still answers in my ear. 1,000 times I curse the day that took your beating heart away. If love's a light, I've lost the flame, but still I whisper out your name. 'Cause love like ours refuses time. It aches and never says goodbye. They said move on, but they don't know. Some roads end where the heart can't go. I'm still holding on to your last embrace, a ghost of warmth I can't replace. You're gone, but you still live in me, in every breath, in every dream. Grief is love that has no place, so I survive inside your last embrace. Beside that granite stone, your name forever carved in coal. I trace each letter with my hand and feel the weight I can't withstand. I bring you flowers every week and lose myself when I can't speak. But in the silence something stays. Your soul still walks beside my days. Maybe love is not a threat. Maybe it lives beyond the dead. And if that truth is mercy's grace, I'll meet you past this narrow place. If heaven hears a broken heart, then walk me home. When nights get dark, I'm still holding on to your last embrace, a ghost of warmth I can't replace. You're gone, but you still live in me, in every breath, in every dream. Grief is love that has no place, so I survive inside your last embrace. to light, then wait for me beneath that sky. No tears, no pain, no long goodbye. And when I cross that silent sea, I hope your arms are there for me. I'll keep holding on to your last embrace through broken years and empty space. Love never dies, it simply waits across the stars beyond the gates. And when my final breath is past, I'll find your arms again at last and live forever inside your last embrace. I grew up in a quiet house where love was hard to see, where a man spoke with his shoulders, not with what he'd say to me. My father's hands were weathered stone, his silence carved in steel. He taught me life with broken roads and bread he had to kneel. I swore I'd never be like him, so cold, so distant, rough. I swore my kids would know my heart, I'd always give it enough. But time's a mirror made of truth that never lies for long. You can outrun 1,000 things, but not the place you're from. I spent my youth with restless hands. I left that small town floor, said I'd be nothing like that man who never asked for more. But time is cruel and life is hard, it tests the strongest will. And every time I failed, I heard his voice inside me still. The lines he drew became my path, though I had called them chains. And every scar I hated once now carries my own name. I used to think he felt at life too quiet to be proud, but now I hear his wisdom in the storms I face right now. You never know a man until you walk his broken miles, until you fight to feed a home and learn the weight of trials. I swore I'd never be my father, but here I am, I hear his voice. And every lesson, every burden, and every hard and silent choice. He wasn't weak, he wasn't bitter, he bore the pain and built a life. Now I know strength's a quiet river, and he was right almost every time. Now I've got children of my own who think I hold the sky. They don't yet see the cracks inside or all the nights I cry. I tuck them in and say the words I never heard before, but sometimes silence finds my throat and I become him more. I wish that I could tell that man the things I understand, that love was carved in sacrifice, that only time unmasks. He built a life from honest sweat, a fortress made of bread. And now the things I ran from most are what I give instead. If love survives through quiet hearts, then I was loved each day. I was just too young to hear the words he could not say. I swore I'd never be my father, but now I wear his weathered hands. And though I tried to walk the distance, I finally know the man he was. He never spoke of love or glory, he simply chose to stay and fight. And now I see his silent story, and he was right almost every time. Quiet pride, then save a place beside that man. One day I'll walk inside, and I'll say things I never said, and he'll forgive my pride, and I'll thank him for the strength he hid so deep inside. I swore I'd never be my father, but life revealed a deeper truth. The greatest men don't beg for honor, they build it slowly, nail by nail, beneath the roof. Now if I ever find my purpose, let it be carved in sacrifice. And if my children judge me someday, let them find me quietly right. I met her on a quiet night. My guard was cold and high. She spoke like summer to my bones, a sunrise in her eyes. I should have turned and walked away, but something held me still. A gentle storm inside her voice, a pull against my will. She laughed like someone born to heal the wounded and the warm. But every truth that shines too bright must carry hidden thorns, because the ring upon her hand told me what I should have known. She belonged to another man, and that man was my home. He's been my brother since we bled on dirt as reckless kids. We learned of loyalty and scars before we knew what honor is. He trusted me with every truth he never told the world, and now I'm hiding one from him, this fire for his girl. I curse the night I dreamed of her, it haunts me every day. I'd give up everything I am to make this feeling fade. But love don't ask permission, it breaks in without a sound. And now I wear the heaviest sin I've ever found. If every soul must carry weight to prove what they believe, then I must carry this alone and never let it bleed. quiet cross I bear, but never speak up. I tear my heart out just to keep her safe, but some desires are graves we never face. So I will love her in the only way I can, in silence, like an honest man.
She looks into my eyes like she can see inside, like she can hear the words I choke, the truth I have to hide. She asked me once if I was fine. I said that I was strong. She smiled a little sadly, like she knew that it was wrong. But feelings built on broken ground are doomed before they start, and no true love is ever born from tearing lives apart. So I will fight this war alone, no witness to my ache, because a man is not a man if honor he betrays.
If choosing right means living with a wound that never heals, then I will wear the pain with pride and never let it steal. She is the woman I was never meant to love, a quiet cross I bear, but never speak up. I tear my heart out just to keep her safe, but some desires are graves we never face. So I will love her in the only way I can, in silence, like an honest man. That beat as one. Maybe love is proven by the battles never won. Maybe strength is walking from the only light you crave and letting someone else be happy, even if it breaks.
She is the woman I was never meant to love, but fate don't bow to rules made up above. So I will carry what I can't erase, a silent truth no time can chase. And if my soul must walk through flame, let me still be a faithful man who loved her
the only way he can.
You said forever like a vow carved deep in stone, but your forever had a clock I should have known. I built you castles out of calloused hands and trust, and you turned love to rust. Every dream I gave you came wrapped in my own skin, but I was never quite enough to keep you in. I carried weight you never saw and lost myself to keep you whole. Now all the nights I prayed for you feel like prayers I said alone. You laughed with strangers while my back was turned to pain. I tried to hold the thunder while you danced beneath the rain. I gave you truth when lies were cheap. I stayed awake
never stays. And I've been bleeding mercy through my yesterday. I gave you all of me, every breath, every prayer. You burned my heart like it was yours to tear. You taught me love can't still deceive. It's some goodbyes you never leave, but I'm done begging destiny. 'Cause now I'm saving what's left of me. There's someone new who loves the scars you couldn't stand. She holds my hands like they were made to understand. She don't need promises to prove what's true. She just stays when the storm comes through. And now I see that losing you was just the road that led me here. I built my peace from shattered parts, the kind that only pain can start. You were a lesson, not my fate, and I walked out before too late. Now I see that strength is quiet when it grieves, and healing starts today. A man believes. I gave you all of me, every breath, every prayer. You burned my heart like it was yours to tear. You taught me love can't still deceive. It's some goodbyes you never leave, but I'm done begging destiny. 'Cause now I'm saving what's left of me. I'll thank you for the pain that made me clean. Yeah, I gave you all of me. Now I'm finally free. No chains of blame, no memory. You were a storm I had to see to know what calm was meant to be. And though you'll fade, your ghost won't win. 'Cause I found peace beneath my skin. You lost a man who died to stay, and I walked out the wiser way. My father wasn't made of words, he talked with quiet deeds. He showed his love in broken ways a child could not read. He never wore a borrowed smile, never begged for being heard. He simply stood when others fled. He kept his weight, he kept his word. He taught me honor isn't loud, it doesn't beg for saints. It lives in backs that never break. knuckles caught by time. He built a life from dust and steel without a single dime. He didn't leave me gold to hold, no fortune when he died, but he left callous fingerprints on every choice inside. He left a spine that never bends when truth is on the line. He left a back that knows the cost of working overtime. He left a voice that knows the price of promises we keep, and a heart that learns to pray long after it can weep. He told me, son, the world won't care for what you dream you'll be. A man is measured by the weight he carries quietly. My father's hands built my soul stronger than the hardest stone. He didn't teach me how to rise, he taught me how to stand alone. No riches, crown, or glory gained, but a life called true in flesh and bone. When I walk through fire and don't fold, it's because his hands built my soul. I held his hand the day he passed, his breathing low and thin. He left this world without regret, a life clean from within. And though he's gone, I hear him still in every choice I make. His voice is now my compass when my ground begins to shake. And when my children ask of him, I tell them of his ways. He never bent, he never bowed, but he still learned to pray. He didn't need the world to see the weight of all he gave, because a man like him lives on long after in the grave. He said, your name means nothing if your word can't make it stand. So build your life in silence and be a quiet man. My father's hands built my soul stronger than the hardest stone. He didn't teach me how to rise, he taught me how to stand alone. No riches, crown, or glory gained, but a life called true in flesh and bone. When I walk through fire and don't fold, it's because his hands built my soul. Not written but endured, a quiet code of honor through a life that must be pure. And when I reach my final breath, I pray my children know their blood runs strong because of him from generations old. My father's hands built my soul with quiet strength that made me whole. No marble grave, no golden throne, just a name I'm proud to carry on. And when my days grow tired and old, I'll thank the man who shaped my role. For every truth my spirit holds, it's because his hands built my soul. His hands built my soul. I never learned the easy way to say what fire I keep inside. So I keep wars behind my ribs where wounded men still hide. I ain't the kind who speaks too much or begs a soul to stay. But if you read between my scars, I've tried in every way. I carry storms behind my eyes, but I still walk the line. And every truth I fail to say keeps echoing in time. So here I am, pen in hand, where broken voices plead. 'Cause I'm the kind of man who writes instead of bleeds. Them locked inside my chest like prisoners of truth. You move like something heaven made, too bright for hands like mine. So I let silence guard my heart and call it by design. But love's a weight that splits a man, a fire he can't contain. And holding back a hurricane just teaches you pain. So here I sit at 2 a.m. confessing what I need. Though you may never know the man who writes instead of bleeds. If courage lives in open wounds, then call me coward still. But some confessions save a life without a blade to kill. So I'll write what I can't say, have my heart on a torn page. If truth must live in secrecy, then let this ink remember me. I love you deeper than my fears. These words are proof of what I mean. I am the man who loves in silence, the man who writes instead of bleeds. Kept this letter sealed away beneath a Bible page, afraid that if I let it go, the world would call it strange. But love is only cowardice when truth becomes a chain, and chains belong on broken men who fear a little pain. So if this note should find your hands, don't cry for what can't be. Just know you woke a dying heart and brought it to its knees. I would have held you all my life, but fate refused the deed. So I'll remain the man who writes instead of bleeds. If loving you must live unseen, then let this be my creed. A quiet love that walked this earth, a flame that God decreed. So I'll write what I can't say, hide my heart on a torn page. If truth must live in secrecy, then let this ink remember me. I love you deeper than my fears. These words are proof of what I mean. I am the man who loves in silence, the man who writes instead of bleeds. Someday heaven lets me speak, I'll whisper what I dream. That loving you was not a sin, just something fate redeemed. And if my name fades with the dust, this truth will never cease. Real love don't always conquer life.
sometimes it dies in peace. So I'll write what I can't claim and carry love without a name. No shattered vows, no broken pleas, just quiet truth inside of me. If soul meets soul beyond the sky, I'll hand you every word I've seen. Till then I'll walk this world in silence, the man who writes instead of bleeds. I've seen years like thunder roll across a weathered sky. I've buried friends and carried weight that made a young man die. I built my life with calloused hands, no stranger to the rain. I learned that love can break a man and sorrow carves a name. But nothing ever shook my soul, not war, nor death, nor time, until the day a tiny hand reached out and held to mine. I felt a quiet I can't speak, a peace I never knew. The day that child looked up at me, everything I thought I knew was new. My son's familiar eyes, my daughter's silent grin, a little piece of everyone, a light so pure within. I've walked this world a hardened man, too stubborn to be moved. But when he wrapped his hand around my thumb, my heart was proved. I thought my greatest days were gone, that life had lost its flame, that I was just a man who worked until the end of game. But then he smiled without a word, and time stood still that day. The world grew softer in my chest, my fears were pushed away. I held him close and finally learned what strength was meant to be. Not in the weight that I can lift, but what still lives in me. The day I became a grandfather, the storms inside me finally broke. A tiny heart, a brand new wonder, rewrote the words I never spoke. Life ain't about the years you weather, it's who you're strong enough to hold forever. And I will stand through any weather for the day I became a grandfather. I used to think the world was cold, a place of fight and fault. But now I see that grace survives in every beating heart. He gave me hope I thought I lost, a light beneath my scars, proof that life keeps burning on, passed down like ancient stars. And when my time runs out someday and I must walk alone, I pray he carries what I gave, this blood, this name, this home. I may not live to see him grow, but he will always know his life began a brand new fire inside my aging soul. And if my story fades away like footprints in the dust, he'll carry on my quiet code, stand tall, live true love. Just the day I became a grandfather, the storms inside me finally broke. A tiny heart, a brand new wonder, rewrote the words I never spoke. Life ain't about the years you wither, it's who you're strong enough to hold
he'll spend it well, teaching him that strength is love, and love is built, not felt. And when I'm gone, don't cry for me, I've lived more than I planned. 'Cause heaven lent me one more gift, the day he grabbed my hand, the day I became a grandfather. My heart finally learned to bend. I saw that love can last forever, a circle time can't break or end. When life seemed dark, he lit the embers, made me believe in God again. And every breath I have, I'll treasure for the day I became a grandfather. Afraid to let folks down, broke my back to please the world, wore strangers' crooked crown. I walked 1,000 borrowed roads that never felt like mine. Let people take my time and soul and call it doing fine. But every favor has a cost, every smile can be a chain. Every time I swallowed truth, I drowned a piece of pain. I tried to fix what wasn't mine and bled for hearts of stone, till I learned the hardest truth of life: not every road leads home. I got lost in shiny lights, dressed up like golden dreams, chased approval, chased acceptance, tore apart my seams. Not every hand that shakes your hand was ever meant to stay. Some people love to watch you climb, just to push you far away. They take your fire, steal your sleep, and call it being kind. But wolves don't always bare their teeth, some hide behind a smile. I gave too much of who I was to those who stood like thrones, till I learned peace begins the day you walk away alone. Sometimes you gotta close the door to see where you belong. Sometimes the hardest no in life is what keeps a man strong. Not every road leads home, not every hand's your friend, not every heart deserves your trust, not every truth defends. Some bridges must be burned so your heart won't turn to stone. Life taught me how to stand alone, 'cause not every road leads home. Now I choose my circle small, just souls that walk sincere, folks who speak with honest eyes and stay when storms appear. I build my life on quiet ground no false man understands. I learned that peace comes not from wealth but dirty working hands. And if I fall, I'll fall with grace, I'll rise and never hide, 'cause I'd rather walk a lonely road than live a hollow life. Some paths are meant to shape a man, some roads will break his bones, but only one road saves his soul, the one he walks alone. If you must choose between your truth or what the crowd condones, then choose the path that costs you more, that's how you find your home. Not every road leads home, not every hand's your friend, not every heart deserves your trust. leads home. Shame for cutting ties with those who watch me bleed. I won't apologize again for choosing what I need. 'Cause peace is not a gift you're given, peace is something earned. A fire built by faithful hands and scars that wisdom burn. Not every road leads home, some lead to broken souls, some lead to empty victory, some leave your heart a hole. But I find strength in walking on and standing firm and being grown. I found my way the day I learned. Not every road leads home. She lives where the sunrise leans over fields of gold, where life is built by honest hands and quiet hearts of old. Her laughter feels like Sunday rain on thirsty summer land. She moves with grace I've never known, like mercy in her hand. She reads the sky like scriptures and trust the falling rain. She sees the good in everything, even a man in chains. But I was forged in dark roads, where promises don't stay, and I still fight the kind of ghosts that never go away. With patience, gentle life, she never asked for much. She'd rather hold a broken man than one afraid to trust. She told me I could stay with her, that I could heal in time. But men like me weren't born for peace, we bleed between the lines. I carry storms I never chose, scars no one else can see, a past that claws my soul at night and won't let go of me. I wish that I could be her home, her shelter from the rain. But I still walk with wounded steps through unforgiven pain. Love ain't a gift you give someone when you're still burning down. A broken man with shaking hands can't help her build a crown. She deserves a better man than me, someone stronger, someone free, a man who ain't had war inside, who knows how to stay and not just try. She needs a heart that doesn't bleed. Yeah, she deserves a better man than me. She held my face and wiped my tears the night I
I said goodbye. She didn't beg or break me down, she only asked me why. I told her she was made for love, that time won't tear apart. And I was just a tired soul with too much broken heart. I'd only dim the light in her, I'd only make her fall. And I would rather walk away than watch her lose it all. So I will love her from afar and let her spirit be, 'cause love is sometimes letting go, even if it cripples me. If hurting now means saving her from who I'll always be, then I will carry every wound and let her soul run free. She deserves a better man than me, someone stronger, someone free, a man who ain't at war inside, who knows how to stay and not just try. She needs a heart that doesn't bleed. Yeah, she deserves a better man than me. Maybe somewhere down the line, when I rebuild my soul, when time has carved a steady heart and made the broken whole, maybe then I'll find the road that leads back to her light. But until then I'll walk alone and face my storms each night. She deserves a better man than me, so I'll become who I must be. I'll face the fire, I'll pay the price, I'll bleed my demons into ice. And if the Lord allows someday, I'll earn the right to finally say, I am the man you prayed I'd be. But until then, you deserve more than me.
I found him sitting on a step beside an orphan church, too young to know the weight he held, too lost to find his worth. His coat was thin, his voice was small, his hands were cold and tight, and in his gaze I saw, oh, no child should have to fight. He didn't cry, he didn't shake, he only stared ahead, like tears had long abandoned him and hope was something dead. I asked him where his parents were, he didn't raise his head, he only whispered people leave, and that was all he said. I saw myself inside that boy, a ghost from years ago, a kid who learned too early that this world can break us so. So I sat down and stayed a while, no questions in my tone. Sometimes the greatest mercy is to know you're not alone. He flinched at every sudden sound, like life had taught him fear, but still he held a quiet strength that kept me sitting near. Some hearts are built from shattered glass, yet shine in wounded skies. I saw the truth of every scar inside that young boy's eyes. They say the hardest battles live where no one sees them him fall inside a silent broken heart where love was never taught. He is the boy with the broken eyes, too young to carry so many goodbyes. Life stole his dreams before they grew, but still he stands, still sees things through. I swear I'll walk with him in time, 'cause I once had those broken eyes. I asked him if he trusted God. He shook his head and said, if love is real, then tell me why it leaves us here instead. I didn't lie or preach to him, I didn't fake a cure. I told him pain is part of love, but both can still endure. I took his hand and helped him stand, said walk with me a while. You may not heal in just one day, but you can learn to smile. He nodded slow, then stepped ahead, and though he never cried, I knew a boy had found a road where something still survived. Some souls are born to rise again, no matter how they fall. And broken eyes can see the truth much clearer than us all. He is the boy with the broken eyes, too young to carry so many goodbyes. Life stole his dreams before they grew, but still he stands, still sees things through. I swear I'll walk with him in time, 'cause I once had those broken eyes. Should turn its back when he begins to fall, I'll stand beside him through the flames, I'll answer when he calls. Because a man's not made by blood, but by the love he gives. And broken boys become strong men if someone lets them live. He is the boy with the broken eyes, but I see storms that never die. He lost his world before his prime, but I won't let him walk blind. Someday he'll stand, someday he'll rise, and find the truth beyond the lies. And when he's strong, I'll tell him why. He taught me how to heal these broken eyes, these broken eyes. Too many years just waiting for a change, blaming luck, blaming life, blaming God, blaming pain. I prayed for doors to open, but I never turned the key, till the truth hit hard one morning. No one's coming, only me. I fed my doubts with comfort and made excuses feel like home. Watch my dreams grow weak and silent, I buried days in darkness, slid beside regret, let fear become my language and failure be my debt. But a man don't change by wish
Then light the flame and clear the way. I only need my feet. I must become my own rescue. Stand up and break these chains. No more waiting on a someday. I'm alive inside the pain. No more pity, no more running, no more begging to be free. I'll build my life with bleeding knuckles. I must become the man I need to be. Now I wake before the sunrise, put the hours in the dirt, trade comfort for commitment, turn the grind into my worth. I'm done depending on tomorrow, done pretending I'm too late. Greatness don't belong to lucky men, it lives in those who wait. Not waiting empty-handed, but working without rest, planting seeds in barren soil till fate becomes impressed. The war is never easy, but I'll die before I break. 'Cause a man who finds his purpose is a man no fear can shake. If strength is born from discipline and built by will alone, then I'll carve mine in sweat and scars until my name is stone. I must become my own rescue. Stand up and break these chains. No more waiting on a someday. I'm alive inside the pain. No more pity, no more running, no more begging to be free. I'll build my life with bleeding knuckles. I must become the man I need to be. No more cheap apologies, no more hollow dreams, no more drowning in excuses, no more quiet screams. A man is made by what he builds when no one else believes, and I will build myself from fire until the storm can cease. I must become my own rescue. No savior's coming now, I see. If fate is blind, I'll carve direction. If doors won't open, I'll forge the key. With grit as faith and work as truth, I'll forge my path relentlessly. The world will know me by my scars, 'cause I became the man I swore to be.